14 years in a row. Does anyone know what country is ranked number one?
Iceland.
Yes.
Iceland.
Yes. Iceland. Iceland is a global leader, having ranked number one for 14 years in a row, having closed more than 90% of its gender gap, meaning it can be done. Iceland is followed by Finland, Norway, New Zealand, Sweden, Germany, Ireland, Spain, Nicaragua, and Namibia, and not the US. For those of us living here in the US, this is what I wanted to bring up. In 2017, I was researching for my book on global issues impacting women's rights and gender equality. And I came upon a statistic about the US's ranking, which actually I was stunned. And fast forward to 2025, I'm equally stunned that not much has changed. And when every year the World Economic Forum analyzes 146 countries in areas of education, health and survival, economics, and political participation. Out of the 146 countries analyzed this past year, where would you assume the US, seemingly at the forefront of women's rights and also opportunities for women, where would you think? And believe you me, I'm guilty of having not known this. Anybody care to take a guess? We're taking 146 countries that were analyzed, and we obviously know the US is not in the top 10, because I just rated the top 10 countries. So where would you think the US, wild guess, ranks?
85.
Oh, we're not that then.
No, probably about 15.
43. That's pretty bad. Come on, is that pretty bad? That's pretty bad. Out of 104. Okay, so we're not in the top 10, we're not in the top 20, we're not even in the top 30, right? And for me, talking about countries like Iran and Afghanistan, where, laws, against women are actually enshrined in the Constitution, we're not dealing with that right here. We're not, all the doors are closed for women there and there. Legally have an inferior status. We don't have that. So, we have to think, well, what factors account for that? Just to provide more perspective, the UK ranks number 14, all right? And we're nowhere close to the UK. And Canada's a little bit better than us, but not that much better. They came in at 36. Not that much better, but we're still, for a country, US, it's just, frankly, for me, it's unacceptable. But, you look at countries like Iceland, and they've made it happen, right? So meaning it can happen. And so, does anyone know what are some of the factors? Because obviously, women are not legally barred from, being first, having access to equal rights and opportunities like they are in Iran or Afghanistan, for example, or other countries in the Middle East and North Africa region. So does anyone care to guess or know what some of the factors might be that keeps contributing to a cycle of low ranking here in the United States? Can we get a microphone? Thank you.
Stand up.
I think that some factors that contribute to this cause or issue are maybe the job opportunities. For example, a lot of men, or males in general, they tend to get higher jobs because it's believed they have higher standards, higher abilities than most females. And I feel like that's not really fair because, for example, my friend the other day, she was going to track and stuff with another friend, and she ran faster than most of the boys. So how is that saying, oh, well, they're boys, they have more opportunities than you, they're basically better than you. I don't think that's fair.
Excellent.